The News Hour Special Edition.
The countdown is on. Barely a few hours to go for the counting to begin, and sleepless nights for many. Now remember, we're talking about West Bengal, where BJP has given an almighty push in the hope of defeating Mamata Banerjee in their fourth attempt. In past three elections, West Bengal has witnessed landslide victories in the TMC's favour. But this time, the BJP is looking to stage an upset and come to power in Bengal for the very first time. The state also witnessed a historic voter turnout, and today we see what is this voter turnout going to be for the 293 constituencies of West Bengal. Now remember, repolling has been ordered in one constituency, which means tomorrow, as we look at the results, we will know what the result is in 293 constituencies. The Falta constituency, the lone seat that will go for repolling in about 3 weeks from now, owing to the allegations of tampering of the EVMs and more specifically taping the BJP button on the EVMs. Now, it is an electoral battle. The entire country is watching very, very closely, as a victory for the BJP would mean its first ever victory for the party in one of the last big states that has never witnessed saffron supremacy. A victory in Bengal would further weaken the India bloc and also make it a survival test for one of the most prominent anti-Modi voices in Mamata Banerjee. So while West Bengal could see its first BJP chief minister if the party does win, it would also reduce the footprint of the India bloc nationally, which is why this battle could prove to be one of the biggest battles and also setting the stage for the 2029 elections. But will that actually happen, as has been predicted by some of the exit polls, or is it going to be Mamata Banerjee continuing her supremacy in West Bengal? Let's take a look at some of the scenarios and what could happen. Now, remember, in West Bengal, women vote is going to be one of the biggest deciders. Let's take a look at a comparison between 2021 versus 2026. Why women vote is the most crucial in Bengal. Which way women vote is where the government is going to be. So in 2021, 10% of the vote margin between the TMC and the BJP, the women voters being the deciders. The 10% vote share backed Congress party as well. Now, Congress Plus, this time around, many of the exit polls, remember, have also projected that there could be a vote shift from the Congress Plus to the BJP. If that actually happens, then fortunes could change for the BJP here. So women could be the deciding factor. Apart from that, one issue that the BJP is really betting on in West Bengal is the Hindu vote consolidation. Now, look at the numbers and why a split in Hindu votes could not work for the BJP, and a consolidation could very well mean that the BJP can form the government in West Bengal. 39% of the vote went to TMC in 2021, 50% to the BJP. In 2026, that is in this election, if there is an over 50% consolidation, in that scenario, it could work for the BJP. It gives BJP a very clear edge in West Bengal. And in fact, the entire campaign of the BJP has also been towards this, towards the consolidation of the Hindu vote in West Bengal. Is that actually going to work or not? That remains one of the biggest questions. Let me bring in Mr. Nilanjan on this to get a view on what can be expected in West Bengal. Mr. Nilanjan Das, just a few hours to go. There has been, even up until today, a lot of war of words between the BJP and the TMC. Where do you see this going?
You see, I see that tomorrow is going to be a historic day in India, because tomorrow a woman chief minister is going to come to power for the fourth time in a row. This is going to be the first time such a thing we will witness in India. The people of Bengal have seen Mamata Banerjee's work for the last 15 years, and they have also seen the BJP government at the center that has done almost nothing for Bengal. On the contrary, they have actually kept about 2 lakh crore rupees due from Bengal. So there are many reasons why the people of Bengal do not like BJP. This is one of the major things. The SIR process, we have seen the botched up SIR process. We have seen Mr. Amit Shah come to Bengal and talk about detect, delete and deport. And they keep calling Bengali people Bangladeshis, Rohingyas and Ghuspekias. We have seen all these things. So people of Bengal do not are averse to BJP naturally. The BJP has almost done a kind of a fiscal federal terrorism on the state for the last at least 5 years, if not 12. And we also see them creating an atmosphere of fear. So they have brought in all this CAPF, CRPF and everything, except the Rafale and the Navy. Maybe everything is down in Bengal. It is almost like a war zone.
Okay,
And
but we did see that violence did take place. That's why the central agencies were deployed. Even now, repolling has been ordered in Falta. But we'll come to that. Let's keep it to what the fight in Bengal is about.
And I also attribute it to the ineptitude of the police observer, the so-called Singham, who was posted there. I think he has been completely, he has not been able to perform, and that's why we have seen the recruiting schedule. But that's okay. But the way Mr. Amit Shah, the Honorable Home Minister, has talked about the TMC cadre, he has referred, he has said ki ulta latka kar seedha kar denge. The kind of language that is used, the kind of language used for the Chief Minister, a sitting woman Chief Minister. Hey, Didi, kaan khol ke sun lo. These are the kind of rhetoric we have heard from the
But the BJP has also raised objection to many of the words that have been used by the TMC. But I want to bring in Shehzad on not just what has been mentioned by Mr. Nilanjan, but I also want to ask in Bengal, and we've seen this in multiple other states as well, where regional parties portray BJP as an outsider. Is that going to be one of the biggest challenges for the party?
First of all, let me just say that in the next few hours, we'll get to know who's the victor in Bengal. But having said that, I want to congratulate the central forces, our men and women in uniform, the Election Commission for the most peaceful election we've seen in perhaps 4 decades in Bengal. And let's make no bones out of it, 40, 50 deaths at one point of time, and that's reduced to 1 or 2. And I think that this is a new trajectory. Secondly, when you're saying that, this perception created about the BJP, 2016, just 10 years ago, BJP was nowhere on the political map of Bengal. Today we are sitting at 40% vote. It is phenomenal. They said this about us in Assam. We are going to form government 3rd time. They said this about us in Tripura. We formed government there twice. They said this about us in Maharashtra. We formed government 3 times. Haryana 3 times. Haryana, imagine. Nobody would have thought that we would form government there. Odisha, Arunachal Pradesh. So these are states that BJP was never even thought in the wildest dreams. And Uttar Pradesh 2 times repeating. Uttarakhand 2 times repeating, bucking the trend. So I think people can, at their own risk, think that we are an outsider to Bengal. In fact, let me just sum up what has happened in Bengal. 15 years, no report card at all given by Mamata Banerjee. The way women have been treated, RG Kar, Sandesh Khali, that has created anger. RG Kar victim mother was actually our candidate and how she was treated on the day of voting. And this election was boy versus bharosa. डर तंत्र को तोड़ना था, लोकतंत्र की जीत करनी थी. And this डर तंत्र, even now, just look at it. Look at the language Abhishek Banerjee uses against political rivals. He says, I will fight Union of India. Just today he said that. He made an allegation that the CAPF person has killed an old man. It was false. That the drama they did outside strong room. Mamata Banerjee said, I will win 300 seats. So this triple D, drama, diversion and dhamki itself shows that there is a complete panic mode. Sir, I did not interrupt you. Sir, I did not interrupt you. Nilanjan ji, we can be courteous. I did not interrupt you. You don't need to stone pelt at me, sir, verbally. Please, 10 seconds more. The point is that those, and let me just 10 seconds more. Suvenduji, after the election was over, he has said to the TMC cadre that now the election is over, we have to take Bengal together. On the other hand, look at the language of TMC. Kaat denge, jala denge, Kalyan Banerjee. Jala denge, maar denge. So this shows who's in panic mode and who's creating people bahana.
So, Nilanjanji, please respond to that. And also, we saw what happened in 2021 as well on the deployment of the central forces. We saw what happened in 2021. Unfortunately, there were deaths also reported.
No. In 2021 also, you had all the central forces. This time, you have 3 lakh central force Jawans stationed in Bengal. That's a different thing. But this time, we are seeing all the TMC cadres are stationed outside these strong rooms and counting centers. Why? And we are seeing that there are repeated CCTV webcasting outage repeatedly. Transformers are going off. Transformers are burning off. So this is the kind of situation that we are having in Bengal right now. This is the kind of situation. And Mr. Shehzad Poonawalla, he actually misquoted the Honorable Chief Minister. She said that we can get about 30 ashon pe jete pare. This is what she said. He's referring to that Mr. Amit Malviya, who is master of twisting and twisting words. So he has said कि 300 पे जेते पारी.
Just give me
She
one
said
line for
230 पे जेते पारी, which means she said we can win about 230 seats.
Maybe I was misrepresenting her words, but perhaps you can tell me, is Rahul Gandhi also wrong? अरे राहुल गांधी ने एग्जिट पोल करके दिया है कि टीएमसी इज गोइंग. अब देखो कितना दर्द हो गया.
to Bengal as BJP seeking, and after
he said this and he's off to Muscat.
Mamata Banerjee will be the natural leader for the India Alliance. You have leaders like Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, Tejaswi Yadav, Hemant Soren, all these national leaders, all these chief ministers.
It can be called the collective of losers, except for Hemant Soren.
Mamata Banerjee. We just have Mr. Rahul Gandhi who came to Bengal and said all kind of things about Mamata ji. Oh, it's okay, but I think there is going to be a shift in all this alliance dynamics after this.
Okay, shift in alliance dynamic. Now we'll talk about Bengal, but I quickly want to bring in Mr. Shekhar Iyer as well. Is that what we are looking at? A shift in alliances and, ahead of the Lok Sabha elections a few years away from here, are we seeing very clearly a shift away from the Congress party? Because that's a dynamic that we're picking up in Tamil Nadu. Similarly, in West Bengal as well, these elections are going to be very, very crucial for the Congress party. Yes, in Kerala, they have a real chance. The exit poll predicts that it will be UDF coming to power. But overall, if we look at how the Congress party is placed, is it going to be an existential crisis again for the party?
Well, Congress is going to face a lot of problems, no doubt about it. And those problems have a lot to do not just the outcome of these elections, but definitely this election will set the stage for the 2029 elections. Who will be the leader of the opposition? And if Mamata is coming up for the fourth time, it is but natural to see Mamata as the face of the opposition at this very stage, because the clamor will grow. And similarly in Tamil Nadu, if Stalin were to return, again, the question will come whether it is Mamata or Stalin or Mamata and Stalin. Because these two states, both West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, these are two states which have remained a kind of an impregnable fortress for the BJP. So therefore, this result outcome, whichever way, because if the fortress is broken, that is also going to be significant. But a question is arising in the run-up, because next year you're going to see Uttar Pradesh elections, Uttarakhand elections, Punjab elections. Now, these are also going to add to see which way is the opposition headed and who leads the opposition, who steers the opposition.
Okay, Mr. Akashdeep Muni is also with us. My apologies for bringing in you late. But what is your prediction? We just have a few hours to go. I'll begin with what you predict is going to happen tomorrow.
See, Pratibha, Kerala is going to, as the BJP has also acknowledged, going to go the Congress way. And this will be a trailer for 2029, what is going to happen. Because after 10 years of left rule, of course, West Bengal, Mamata is going to prove that she is the real regional satrap, nobody else. And BJP is all who hula balu will stop tomorrow. Regarding Tamil Nadu, DMK's welfare measures will make a dent on all AIDMK and BJP's plans. So DMK is going to emerge. This shows this is the real script of 2029, which is written today and tomorrow, of course. The main point I want to make here, that regarding the Vijay thing that you were talking about, Vijay, like the DDMK, you remember DDMK, Vijaykanth also came like this, like Vijay, and he was also unable to make a mark. Like PMK, similarly, the TVK will also not make any mark. Regarding West Bengal, Kanya Shri, Lakshmi Bhandar, these all schemes enable that women voters go TMC's way, which is why in 2021, 45% of women voters were voted for TMC. Similar pattern was shown in 2024 as well. And
but you're saying this is the script for 2029, but if Mamata Banerjee wins in West Bengal and if Stalin wins in Tamil Nadu, then where does it leave the Congress party?
Nicobar.
I'll tell you. It is the India Alliance. It is the India Alliance. It is not a Congress alliance. It's an India Alliance where all the parties have a chance. You remember when the BJP's NDA came under Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he also faced the same thing. Although Shehzad Poonawala had not heard Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, who said that AIDMK, Jayalalitha ji was very much important part of NDA. Similarly, Stalin is also important part. Mamata ji is also important part. Similarly, India Alliance is going to make this write the script in 2029.
Okay, Kidwai wanted to come in here.
So actually, there is a lot of misgivings about India Alliance. India Alliance is not in play in this assembly elections. There is no, alliance politics. And therefore, you must also remember that alliances are formed in India from the position of strength, not from position of weakness. So it depends upon, how many states that the Congress is able to hold on, and Mamata Banerjee and NK Stalin. One last point, alliances in India are announced. Their birth is announced, but their death is not announced. So India Alliance is not there in picture. It will depend a lot, as my friend Shekhar was saying, who wins Uttar Pradesh. Then again, Akhilesh will be a claimant for Prime Minister's post if Samajwadi Party wins. So there are a lot of if and buts are there. But tomorrow, I hope that the winner and loser both, they show in all states graciousness and respect for people's mandate.
Pratibha,
Yes, with so many questions asked.
10 seconds before Muniji comes
please
in.
go on.
Look, first of all, Muniji, if the India Alliance was indeed so strong, why did the Congress contest against TMC? And who is the India Alliance in Kerala, Baba? I keep asking, sir, please, sir, let me complete my point. Muniji, let me complete my point. Now, for instance, if I were to ask Nilanjan, because Nilanjan is also citizen of the entire country, if I ask him कि असली तेजा कौन है केरला में, किसके गाल पे मार के इंडिया अलायंस का, he will be confused कि लेफ्ट को बोले या कांग्रेस को बोले, दोनों जगह खाई. तो this is the confusion. But having said that, 10 seconds more. Just 10 seconds. Muniji, just 10 seconds more. Tomorrow you will see BJP Mukt Bengal, Left Mukt Bharat, TMC Mukt Bengal, and Congress Mukt India Alliance. ये होने वाला है.
So can I answer, Shehzad?
हाँ, बोलिए sir.
Yes, go on.
I just wanted to say, in the northeast India, you keep contesting against all these smaller parties, and then you suddenly form that MEDA government. So you keep doing that in
because
the
national
northeast also.
interest requires all of us to work together.
Okay, so these are alliances of understanding, all right. But there was one issue where all the India bloc leaders did actually agree upon, and that was the issue of SIR. What is the impact of SIR going to be on elections? Let's shift our attention to that. And why so many objections were raised to SIR as well. Now, in multiple of these constituencies, the winning margin for certain parties were more than the deletions, and that's the reason why the SIR deletions have become a point of contention. Let's take a look at the numbers from 2021. One of the issues that the political parties raised to SIR was exactly this. They claimed that the real voters, their names were being deleted from the list, and they raised an objection to it. They also claimed that the Election Commission was also being biased. Look at the numbers from 2021. The TMC votes, the total number of votes that it received was 2.89 crores. The BJP votes being 2.29 crores, the difference being 60 lakh. Look at the comparison with 2026 with the similar deletions as well. So TMC's 2021 victory margin being larger than the SIR deletions. This is a charge that has been leveled by the TMC, going on to claim that there is an objection to it. Now let's talk about some of the scenarios that can play out. If the majority of SIR deletions, that is say 27 lakh, are the TMC voters, then it becomes a very close fight between the TMC as well as the BJP. Another scenario could be if majority of the additional votes, the 29 lakh that are added, are in favor of the BJP. Then what happens? The outcome is, of course, that the BJP has a very clear edge. Again, the TMC claiming that this is how the entire SIR exercise has been shaped up. Another scenario would be if the significant majority of the 60 lakh TMC voters stick to their loyalty of the TMC, then of course it will be advantage the TMC. Now these are some of the scenarios that could play out, and that's the reason why many have raised an objection to it. Whether this has any bearing or not, we'll know tomorrow after a few objections. Of course, the elections have taken place. The political parties took the fight even to the Supreme Court. Now, of course, what happens, we will know only tomorrow, whether the political parties are going to be accepting of the results as well. But with that, we wrap up what we're talking about in West Bengal and bring our attention to Kerala as well. Let's talk about what the situation is in Kerala. Now, in Kerala as well, it's shaping out to be very, very interesting. We've seen how the exit polls have given a very, very clear edge to the Congress party. Is that what it's going to be? That's the question. Let's talk about the God's own country. Because the entire nation is waiting with bated breath. The counting of votes for the 2026 Assembly elections begins again in a few hours. There has been a very high voltage campaign, a massive turnout that has set the stage for a very dramatic verdict. At the heart of it all stands Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, who is seeking an unprecedented third consecutive term for the LDF. But a defeat here could actually mean that the left would not be in power in any part of the country, which means a virtual wipeout of the left from across the country. Let's talk about why the election in Kerala matters, and that is where our focus is going to be. Let's talk about what's at stake for each of the parties. Again, Kerala as well is seeing a triangular contest, unlike what we have seen in the recent past, where this time around the BJP is also a big player. For the LDF, of course, as Pinarayi Vijayan, the entire campaign has also been shaped around Pinarayi Vijayan, who is eyeing a third straight term. Kerala, remember, is a state where it sees alternative governments. It was in the last election that Pinarayi Vijayan came back to power. Back then, there were also issues of COVID that seemed to have helped the Pinarayi government. Is it going to be the same this time, or is Kerala looking for a change? Now, for the UDF is, of course, eyeing a return to power after a decade, but it does have some factionalism with already claimants to the chief ministerial post as well. And for the NDA as well, it's a very crucial test tomorrow because they have been trying to make inroads. So the BJP is trying to break this bipolar contest that has been playing out in Kerala. So can the BJP breach Kerala or not? That is going to be interesting to see. In the Lok Sabha elections, they have one MP. In the assembly elections as well, will they have representation or not? That's going to be the biggest question for the BJP. Now let's talk about what can really turn the tide in Kerala. Now, for the LDF, victory is going to be very important. Is that going to happen or not? Let's take a look at the turnout numbers and whether it's going to have a bearing or not. It's 78.27, quite a high turnout, but all of these states, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Puducherry, all of these states have seen a high turnout. Even otherwise, they see quite a big turnout. So this is the highest turnout since the 1987 elections. Is it an impact of the SIR, or does it mean that Kerala is looking for a change? Let's also take a look at the caste matrix. Now, why this is important is because even if, as the exit polls have predicted, there is actually a UDF victory, the caste arithmetic is also actually going to decide who the chief minister could be. Now, remember, there are already posters that have come up of Mr. V.D. Satishan projecting him as the chief minister. It came up in the constituency of Ramesh Chanithela, after which the posters were also toned down. Now, let's talk about how Hindus have voted. You can see the clear split here. There has been an increase in the Hindu support for the LDF in 2021. Is it going to be the same or not? With BJP coming in, is that vote going to be split? Will the BJP actually have seats or not? And Nayars are going to be some of the deciders in many of the constituencies. Nayars hold a sway, and they have previously shown their support for the UDF. Is it going to be the same this time, or is it going to be split with the BJP as well as the left? That will be one of the biggest deciders. Similarly, for Eravas as well, any shift in vote could change the outcome in many of the constituencies. For the UDF, the support seemed to have dipped in the 2021 elections, and it increased for the LDF. Is it going to be the same this time around is one question. So these are some of the caste matrix that can decide the outcome. Similarly, for the scheduled caste vote as well, which way it goes, whether there is a consolidation like we saw for the LDF in the 2021 elections, that could really change the story completely. The BJP has not been able to cut into the votes here. Will it be different this time around is also one equation to watch out for. And of course, one of the biggest factors in Kerala is also going to be the minority vote. Which way is it going to be? For the UDF, it has held on to the minority vote that it had, especially in regions like Malappuram, where its allies also come in, like the IUML. But there has been a slight increase in the LDF vote as well. So one of the biggest fights between the UDF and the LDF is for the minority vote. And it's going to be a decider in many of the constituencies, especially North Kerala constituencies. So this is where Kerala is placed. But what is it going to be? Like the exit polls have actually predicted, is it going to be a Congress victory or not? That's the question. If it is, then who is going to be the chief minister? Now, let me bring in Shahzad Poonawala on where you see the BJP coming in for Kerala? And what do you predict will happen? You said it could be UDF.
Look,
do you see it's going to be an easy transition?
First of all, my comment earlier was only based on the conventional results of the exit poll. So I was not giving it. I think that the BJP is a party on the rise. It's going to be a kingmaker in that sense, or queenmaker, whichever way you want to look at it. And let me tell you an anecdote. Before we came to power in Gujarat, for the last 30, 40 years, 35 years we were in power, we won the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation first, and then we came to power in the entire Gujarat. We won the Thiruvananthapuram Municipal Corporation now. I just want to leave it at that.
Okay, all right. So the BJP is going to be a strong force. That's what you're saying. All right. What is
We
it
are
going?
on the upswing.
Okay, in the upswing. You've seen a recent success in Thiruvananthapuram, but is all well, Mr. Kidwai, for the Congress party? And we've seen this happen in Karnataka, and that's why there's a worry that you have a chief minister, but then every few months there is a fight on other claimants who want to be in the top chair.
Yes, Pratibha, so I think you have raised a very pertinent issue. The victory for UDF is, many would say, the foregone conclusion, unless something outstanding happens, some kind of upset result. But what is more intriguing is who will become chief minister. And that is where I think Rahul Gandhi would be on test. He should go to the back to basics approach, in the sense of doing a genuine head count of the elected members of the UDF legislative party and decide a leader. If he tries to impose, why I'm saying, because Pratibha, there is a overwhelming view in the Congress AICC at the central level to have Mr. KC Venugopal, shift from as AICC General Secretary in charge of organization as Chief Minister. And everyone in Kerala does not want him. So there is a big, and Mr. KC Venugopal, who is known as KCV, is supposed to be Rahul Gandhi's favorite. Would Rahul Gandhi play, favorites, or would be impartial? So Rahul Gandhi is on a big test as far as Kerala is concerned.
I thought Mr. Kidwai would say Shashi Tharoor.
Okay.
Why not? If MLAs want him, why not? If MLAs want him, why not? Shashi is a very good credential. I have very good credentials.
Okay, we don't know what his equation is with the other Congress leaders. It seemed to have all been solved before the elections, but until then he was not even ready to share stage with Rahul Gandhi. But Mr. Shekhar Iyer, the exit polls have very clearly given an edge to the UDF. Do you believe that that's what's going to happen, or do you think there's actually a good fight, a close fight that we're going to see with the LDF and the UDF?
No, in number of constituencies, there is going to be close fight. That has always been a pattern in Kerala. But at the same time, with all indicators, this is be 10 years of Pinarayi Vijayan's rule. That it's a huge anti-incumbency in terms of leadership and in terms of, left front MLAs. But they have changed a lot of people. They have dropped a lot of people. But at the same time, Pinarayi Vijayan also, you cannot say that Pinarayi Vijayan was a great failure for the left. It is, the anti-incumbency issues are not as strong in Kerala as they are in West Bengal. But what could change the dynamics, or what could pose new situations in the victory run of the UDF is, how the minority votes work. If the Christian vote stays with Congress without any shift in the southern parts of Kerala, and if the Muslim votes, which is solidly with the UDF, doesn't change, I think you can be sure that Congress may reach up to a figure of 80. And in which case, the question of leadership, I think at the moment, the indications are Ramesh Chennithala, being the senior most leader, could make it.
Okay, all right. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for him. Again, it's going to be a crown that he's going to be wearing very uncomfortably, because there is V.D. Satishan, there is KC Venugopal, who also seems to be in the running. But Mr. Akashdeep Puri, if exit polls are anything to go by, this could actually mean that left would be wiped out from across power across the country.
Indeed, Pratibha, what happened in the last Panchayat election and what happened in the last Lok Sabha election, we can take that also into account. The voting percentage, we have seen that constantly UDF voting percentage was higher than LDF in not only Panchayat elections but also in Lok Sabha elections. This show, and this arithmetic is going on since a long time. So recently something new has not happened. So it seems that the exit polls have been right in case of Kerala. And tomorrow we'll see that Congress will be coming into power in Kerala.
Okay, all right. So there is a lot of suspense. We just have a few more hours to go. Our coverage begins at 6 a.m. So we'll see you at 6 a.m. Until then, Everything is in the realm of speculation. Thanking all our guests for joining us this evening. We'll see you tomorrow.